Hey, Walt here from StogieReview.com with another video cigar review. Been a little while since I've done one of these. It's been far too long since I've been in front of the camera, but I've had just a really hellish last couple of months, and I'm trying to correct the lack of video content. So today we're doing a short ashes review on the Inferno by Oliva. This is a cigar that Brian and I originally did a Herfing Heads on sometime in 2012 when the cigar was initially released and Famous Smoke Shop started promoting it. It is a Famous house blend, or it's a house cigar for Famous Smoke Shop made by Oliva. It is a Nicaraguan Puro with a Habano wrapper, and they actually just released sort of a sub-line to this called the Flashpoint. This is the original. I had a couple of Flashpoint samples, but I smoked them all already, and I just didn't get around to doing a review. So I'll have to order some more and do a sort of a formal review on those. But the Inferno is a cigar that's kind of interesting. It has like a built-in skepticism about it. These are routinely on sale for about $15 a 5-pack, and initially when you see them, you see sort of a blandish kind of band, and you look at the price point, and at least me, I immediately thought, okay, is this just another house blend that's going to be mediocre at best, or is this something special? And I always sort of refer to the, okay, I'll just try something else, you know, tried and tested cigars that I know that are going to be good instead of taking a gamble on these. And I'm really glad that I took the gamble. I mean, outside of receiving samples a few years back, I've been buying these fairly regularly at $15 per 5-pack. I think they're a really good buy. They are regularly on Cigar Monster. If you go to Cigar Monster and you look up cigars between 11 and noon and 11 p.m. and midnight, they do these monster mashups where they list all of the day's deals. Chances are really good you'll find these on that mashup. If you don't see them today, check tomorrow. Most likely you'll see them a couple of times a week. They are regularly promoted cigars, and they're really a good buy. They are billed as full-bodied cigars. However, they're rather smooth, so there's a lot of power behind the cigar, but it's not the type of power that makes you feel a little woozy, or you have to specifically time for after a meal or with a specific beverage to get by. These are cigars that I've smoked, you know, morning, noon, and night without any real issue. They have an interesting medley of sort of pepper, leather, and spice, sort of all rolled into one. It's got that creamy-like texture, and that medley of flavors just really rolls through the sinus, and it makes for just a dynamic smoke that's really interesting. There isn't a whole lot of flavor change throughout. You'll just get those three core flavors that sort of meld a little bit. You know, one will become more prominent than the others, but you'll, at all times during the cigar, you're always able to pick out all three. Just one stands out a little bit more than the others as you go along. So in the first third you may pick up a little bit more leather, in the second third you may pick up a little more spice, and in the final third you may pick up a little bit more pepper. But you'll always taste those three flavors. They're kind of stand out in that way. It makes it a little bit on the one-dimensional side because there isn't a whole lot of flavor change throughout. There's just maybe like flavor variation is the best way to describe it. But it's a good solid cigar. It's constructed well. I've never really run into any issues with burn or smokability. The draw is always good. The ash is always firm, compacted. It holds its shape well. I haven't really had any messes in my lap. And ever since we initially did this review, I've been smoking these cigars. I probably order some every couple of months. You know, I get a 5-pack here and there. I've been smoking them a lot more often recently, just because I'm really in the market for budget cigars, and at $15 a 5-pack on Cigar Monster, it really is a cigar that I can pick up and smoke anytime and not feel guilty. So, good solid cigar for the money. Head on over to Cigar Monster and look for them. If they're not there today, they'll be there. They'll probably be there tomorrow. So these aren't in short supply. They're easy to come by, and they're cheap. That makes for a really solid budget cigar.